So welcome again to this particular session. You remember actually last time, in the last session should I say, actually we were discussing that as far as capital nature reserves are concerned, capital reserves can be further categorized into two categories, that is realized in cash and not realized in cash. It means such capital nature reserves which haven't been realized in cash are irrelevant. Statutory reserves are irrelevant and specific reserves are also irrelevant as far as the context of this particular chapter is concerned. So whatever we have discussed so far, I'm just surmising them and putting them into a summary. We have seen that bonus issue is of two types, correct? You have to write along with me. Bonus issue is of two types. We have seen that, correct? Oh, you are not able to watch it right here. So bonus issue is of two types. We have seen that, and we have also seen that bonus issue one is to fully paid shares, and we have also seen bonus to make partly paid up shares as fully paid, make partly paid up shares as fully paid, correct? We have also seen that bonus to fully paid shares could be done out of capital nature reserve. I'm using the short form CNR, capital nature reserve. I'm going to use it so often in this particular chapter, capital nature reserve, but only such capital reserve, only such capital nature reserve which have been realized in cash, only such capital nature reserves we can utilize. A, we can also utilize revenue nature reserves. Revenue nature reserves are always realized in cash, correct? So such capital nature reserves which have been realized in cash and such revenue nature reserves. So that means capital nature reserve and revenue nature reserves can be utilized for the purpose of this type of bonus issue, but you need to be a little bit careful about what we call this type of bonus issue, that only revenue types of reserves can be utilized. Only revenue reserves can be utilized. Are you getting my point or not? So this is what we have discussed so far in this particular chapter. So now we'll pick up some example to supplement our discussion, as I said in the last one. So here we go, and we pick up some what we call practical aspects to supplement the theoretical one which we have actually discussed. Here we go. Correct? Just pay attention. Demonstration 1, first of all you write along with me, or you write better concept 1. Concept number 1, correct? Concept number 1. Concept number 1. What is the concept number 1? Just pay attention here. Bonus to fully paid up shares. 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 This is the concept number 1, correct? So in order to understand this particular concept, I am writing a balance sheet. Write along with me. Following is the balance sheet. Following is the balance sheet of 001 Limited. This is the balance sheet given to you. Shareholders fund shareholders fund, correct? Share capital, equity share capital, equity share capital. Let us say 5,000 shares of rupees 100 each, amount 5 lakhs. Reserves and surplus. Reserves and surplus. Reserves and surplus. Under reserve and surplus, you write security premium, security premium 2 lakhs, and write in bracket rupees 1 lakh, rupees 1 lakh let me actually just put out the phone. Well, it is rupees 1 lakh on shares issued at premium, rupees 1 lakh on shares issued to vendors, you write to vendors, vendors against purchase of machinery, purchase of machinery, correct? What does it mean? It means total security premium is rupees 2 lakh, but out of 2 lakh, 1 lakh worth of premium is on such shares which have been issued to vendors because from them we purchased a machinery. So what does it mean? It means out of 2 lakh worth of security premium, 1 lakh worth of premium is not realized in cash. It is not realized in cash. So you cannot utilize entire 2 lakh. You can only utilize 1 lakh. So out of 2 lakh, 1 lakh is realized in cash and 1 lakh is not realized in cash. Is it clear to you? Then capital redemption reserve. We will talk about this reserve as I told you later on. Let us say it is 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Then general reserve 70,000. Profit and loss account 2 lakhs. Correct? Non-current liability, non-current liability, non-current liability, let us say debentures 5 lakhs. Then we have in this case current liabilities, let us say 4 lakhs. So how much is the total? Could you tell me? 5 plus 2, 7 lakh, 8 lakh, 10 lakh, 10, 15, 19, 19 lakh 70,000. So 19 lakh 70,000 is total of equity and liability side. 5 plus 2, 7, 8, 10, 15, 19, 19 lakh 70. Now towards the asset side, non-current assets, non-current assets, non-current assets, let us say A, fixed assets, and even under fixed asset there are tangible fixed assets, Let us say tangible fixed assets are 18 lakhs. Then you write current asset 1,70,000. Correct? 1,70,000. So total is 19,70,000. 19,70,000. Written. Now, what else is given? Question further states, directors on this date decide to make a bonus issue in the ratio of 3:5. So this type of bonus issue, just wait right now. So this is the question. We know that our share capital is fully paid, correct? Equity share capital 5,000 shares of NDD each. Of course, it is fully paid because we have written here 5 lakh. Then we have reserve and surplus. Security premium is 2 lakh. But very, very important that out of 2 lakh, 1 lakh worth of security premium is not realized in cash. So you are not in a position to utilize that for the purpose of the bonus issue. So when you solve the question, the first art is that, first of all, what you should do, you segregate the items into proper categories, especially the reserves. We know that it is capital nature reserves. Capital redemption reserve is also capital nature reserves. General reserve is revenue reserve. Profit and loss account is revenue reserve. I have already written this is a case of bonus to fully paid up shares. But in the examination, how we shall come to know that it is a case of bonus to fully paid up share? Don't commit this mistake by looking over here. Don't think that you will get an idea by having a look over the share capital that whether it is a case of bonus to fully paid up shares or whether it is a case of bonus to make the partly paid up share as fully paid. So how we will come to know about that? This will be the line which will give you the clue, which will give you the idea. If in the question it is mentioned very clearly that bonus issue is for 1 share for 5 share or 1 share for 4 share or 2 shares for 3 shares, that means if ratio is given in the question, that should give you an idea that this is a case of bonus to fully paid up share. Is it clear to you? That is how you are going to segregate the case. So first of all, how we are going to interpret this ratio? 3:5 means for every 5 shares, company will give 3 shares. Suppose I am the company and you are my shareholder, existing shareholder. You are already having 5 shares. So myself, that means company, will give you 3 shares free of cost. So it means 3 shares for 5 shares. That means for every 5, company will give 3 shares. Is it clear to you or not? So first thing is that you need to understand the types of reserves. Once you have been able to segregate them, then have an attention towards security premium in this case. You need to know that whether your capital nature reserves have been realized in cash or not. For example, capital redemption reserve is also a capital nature reserve. Now nothing is mentioned in this question with respect to capital redemption reserve, so you need to interpret it as if it is entirely realized in cash. That means if nothing is mentioned in the question with respect to capital nature reserves, you are always going to interpret it as what we call realized in cash. In this case, security premium, some information is given, and through that information you have already analyzed that out of 2 lakh, 1 lakh worth of security premium is not realized in cash. Is not realized in cash. Is it clear? So now what we should do, how to actually solve the question in the examination? You will hardly get a question for 4 marks. But still, in order to get 4 marks, your solution should be absolutely according to the what we call parameters of the provision. Remember one thing, one slight mistake means you are going to lose entire 4 marks. Either you are going to get 4 out of 4, or you are going to get, I should not use the word 0, but problem is that is the truth. Is it clear to you? So in order to solve the question, the first step is that, just pay attention. First of all, write here calculation of bonus amount. What we mean by calculation of bonus amount? What we mean by it? In order to calculate the bonus amount, first of all, what you are going to do? You are going to write number of shares, number of equity shares. Total number of equity shares you have, as per the question, 5,000 shares. Then take into account your bonus ratio. What is your bonus ratio? Bonus ratio happens to be 3:5. So you write here 3:5. 3:5 means for every 5 companies delivering 3 shares. So and there are total 5,000 shares. So how many shares company will have to issue as bonus share? So step number C, sub-step C, bonus shares. Now you are going to compute the bonus share, correct? In order to compute the bonus shares, what you are going to do? First of all, write your total number of shares, that is 5,000. Divide it by 5. For every 5, you are offering 3 shares. So all in all, company will have to issue 3,000 shares free of cost, correct? Now, multiply it with the issue price. Nothing is mentioned in the question, so always presume that face value is the issue price, 100, correct? One share is of 100. So total bonus amount, this is known as bonus amount. 3,000 shares company will have to issue, and one share is of rupees 100 each. That means total bonus amount is worth rupees 3 lakhs. And we know that company is not going to receive any cash out of it. Company is not going to receive any cash out of it. So what the company will do then? So next step is, of course, entry. Step number 2. We are going to now pass down the journal entry. Journal entry. What will be the entry? See here. We know very well that we are not going to receive any cash. Number 1. We also know that we have to credit our share capital because shares are moving out, isn't it or not? So, we also know that ultimately the entry will become reserves account debit to share capital. But which type of reserves you are going to utilize? Now, this is the area where you need to be a little bit more what we call attentive. You know that it is a case of bonus to fully paid up share. By now you are very well aware of this particular fact that bonus to fully paid up shares can be done out of capital nature reserve as well as out of revenue nature reserve. Important thing is that only such capital nature reserves can be utilized which have been realized in cash. And second important point, when you are going to utilize the reserves, you have the liberty to utilize both capital nature reserve and revenue nature reserve because bonus is being made to fully paid up shares. But still here, you have to be a little bit more cautious in the fact that always give preference to capital nature reserve. As far as utilization of reserve is concerned, give preference to the capital nature reserve. So your first target should be to take into account the capital nature reserve. We know that in the question there are 2 capital nature reserves, security premium and CRR. So, security premium account debit. Security premium account debit. Total balance in security premium we know that there is a balance of rupees 2 lakh. Here you can see. Yes, 2 lakh is the balance. But I cannot utilize the entire 2 lakh because out of 2 lakh, 1 lakh worth of security premium is on such shares which have been issued to the vendors against purchase of machinery. So that means this 1 lakh is not realized in cash. So out of 2 lakh, we can use only 1 lakh. So 1 lakh worth of security premium is utilized. Then capital redemption reserve. Nothing is mentioned with respect to capital redemption reserve. So always presume that entire capital redemption reserve has been realized in cash. Balance in capital redemption reserve is 1 lakh. So utilize 1 lakh. Now, you can see that you have gone for the capital nature reserves first. Now problem is that you need 3 lakh. But there is only 2 lakh worth of balance in capital nature reserve which you can utilize. Correct? So that means there is still a shortfall of 1 lakh. So this shortfall can be met out of revenue nature reserves. Now there are two revenue nature reserve, general reserve and profit and loss account. There is no hard and fast rule. Either of these two you can utilize first. Since there is a higher balance in profit and loss account, I will prefer to use what we call profit and loss account. Is it clear to you? So I will write here profit and loss account. So point here you need to note is that this is a case of bonus to fully paid up shares. We can utilize capital nature reserve and revenue nature reserves, but preference first of all will be given to the capital nature reserve. And even in the capital nature reserve, I would love actually if you can give first preference to security premium. That will be almost icing on the cake. Then you move towards CRR, and as far as revenue nature reserve is concerned, you are at complete liberty. Whichever reserve you may feel you can use, but my advice is that go for that reserve which is having a higher balance. So 3 lakh worth of reserves have been utilized. So now we are going to write here to equity share capital account. Equity share capital account. 3 lakh. So my entry will be like this: reserves account debit to equity share capital. But how to utilize the reserve, in what manner, that means as per the provisional guidelines we need to go by. So that is very important. So your narration will be utilization of reserve for the purpose of bonus issue. Utilization of reserves. Utilization of reserves for the purpose of bonus issue. For the purpose of bonus issue. That is important. Is it clear to you? Is it clear? Now, even though the question is of 4 marks, but examiner will also ask you, besides these two steps, of course, they are going to simply write what will be the entry. But this is the manner, this is the way of presentation. After having passed the entry, it is always better to make some schedule. See here, step number 3. Note on share capital. Note on share capital. What does it mean? In the balance sheet, you have equity share capital worth rupees 5 lakh. Isn't it or not? In the balance sheet. Now look towards the entry, because only one entry has been passed, so equity share capital is getting credited. If equity share capital is getting credited, it means now my equity share capital is 8 lakhs. So that means in the new balance sheet, if I am asked to prepare, I should be aware of the fact that now there is a balance of 8 lakh in the equity share capital. Is it clear to you? After having done this, you should also prepare a note on reserves and surplus. Note on reserves and surplus. Note on reserves and surplus. What we mean by note on reserves and surplus? See here, that means what is the position after the bonus issue? In the balance sheet, you had security premium. First write those items. In the balance sheet, there was a balance of rupees 2 lakh in the security premium. But out of 2 lakh, you have utilized, you can see here, because your security premium is getting debited, isn't it or not? You can see here, this is the end. No, still you are not able to. Let me make it this way. Security premium is getting debited in the entry. So it means security premium will get reduced by 1 lakh. So that is the reason when I am going to prepare the note, I am going to subtract now 1 lakh, because security premium out of 2 lakh, 1 lakh has been utilized, and still there is a balance of rupees 1 lakh in the security premium, isn't it or not? Then there was capital redemption reserve. Balance in the capital redemption reserve was 1 lakh, but entire 1 lakh has been utilized. Entire 1 lakh has been utilized, isn't it or not? So now there is a nil balance. Also there was general reserve 70,000, but you didn't utilize general reserve at all, so that means there is still a balance of 70,000 in general reserve. In the profit and loss account, if you remember, there was a balance of, where the question, in the profit and loss account, original balance is 2 lakh, isn't it? This is the question before you. You can have a look over here. This is the question which I wrote. Profit and loss account balance happens to be 2 lakh. So out of 2 lakh, in fact, you have utilized 1 lakh. Balance is 2 lakh, but you have utilized now 1 lakh. So the balance will be 1 lakh. Are you getting my point or not? Generally in the examination, besides asking the entry, they may also ask you to prepare notes on share capital and reserve and surplus. So now total balance is 2,70,000 as far as reserve and surplus is concerned. Honestly speaking, they are not going to ask you to prepare the balance sheet, but still I would love you to have an idea regarding that. So balance sheet. Now it is very simple to prepare the balance sheet. See here. 1. Shareholders fund. Shareholders fund, write share capital. As far as share capital is concerned, you write here note. You have already computed in the note that now your share capital is worth rupees 8 lakh. Here you have computed, see here, isn't it? So 8 lakh is total balance in share capital now. B. Reserves and surplus. You have computed reserve and surplus balance also by way of note, isn't it? So now there is a balance of rupees 2,70,000 in reserve and surplus, isn't it? There is no change in non-current liability. Debentures in the question, if you remember, were worth rupees, where the question has gone, just let me have a look. Yes, 5 lakh. Non-current liability debentures are worth rupees 5 lakhs. So you will write here 5 lakh. Then current liability. There is no change in current liability also. Current liability 4 lakh. Interesting thing is that balance sheet total is 19,70,000 even after what we call bonus issue. You can just have a look over here. That's the magic. The reason being is that actually no change took place except for the fact that 3 lakhs worth of reserve now got converted into share capital. That's all. That is why bonus issue is also known as capitalization of profit. Correct? Now as far as your asset side is concerned, non-current asset, there is no change in it. I am simply writing here 18 lakh. And current assets, no change in it, 1,70,000. In fact, there is no change towards asset side, 19,70,000. Is it clear to you or not? I hope you have been able to grasp the context. Is it clear? So you note it down. If you want to, I will give you what we call 5 minutes of time. You note it down. Or should I say this way? Now you can note it down quite well. So we can now pick up the second concept, correct? We can pick up the second concept now. So let me take some sheets. Yes, we can pick up the second concept now. Just pay attention. Concept number 2. Concept 2. Concept number 2 deals with bonus to make partly paid up shares as fully paid. Bonus to make partly paid up shares, partly paid up shares as fully paid. It is I have already told you, it is very difficult to write and present your natural handwriting because below there is a grainy, what we call surface, and that is the reason actually sometimes it becomes very difficult to present your natural handwriting over this type of technology. Anyway, so now we are going to pick up this question. Let me come before you, in fact. Right, correct? Bonus to make partly paid up shares. So we'll pick up one more example and then we will supplement. So balance sheet of write along with me, balance sheet of (002) Limited. Now this is the balance sheet of 002 Limited. 1. Shareholders fund. Write equity share capital. Then write 5,000 shares. 5,000 shares of rupees 100 each, comma, 80 paid up. 80 paid up. Write in the outer column 4 lakhs. This is the amount. Fine. Then you write reserve and surplus. R/S, reserve and surplus. A, B. Security premium. $4 lakhs. Capital redemption reserve 3 lakhs. Profit and loss account 1 lakh. General reserve. General reserve. How much should I write? Well, I will write here 3 lakh. Correct? So total is 8 and 11, 12 plus 3, 15 lakhs. Then as far as asset side is concerned, 1. Non-current asset. You simply write non-current asset 10 lakhs. Current asset 5 lakhs. Total is 15 lakhs. Total is 15 lakhs. Correct? Now the question states, what does the question states? Pay attention. On this date, directors decide to make the share fully paid, to make the share fully paid without making the shareholders to pay for the same. To pay for the same. Director decided to make the shares fully paid. Your one share is of 100 each and 80 have been called up so far, as you can see. See here, 80 have been called up, isn't it or not? And now director are deciding that to make the shares fully paid without what we call making the shareholder to pay for the same. That means if you have purchased one share of this company, one share is of 100 and company so far has called up 80 rupees from you. So logically you are supposed to pay 20 more, but now the company is telling to its shareholder, you need not require to pay 20 and your share will become fully paid. That means it will be presumed as if you have paid rupees 20 to us. So this is also a bonus, and this is the bonus to make the partly paid up share as fully paid. That means shares are being made fully paid, but shareholders are not being asked to actually pay for the same, isn't it or not? Shareholders are not being asked to pay for the same. So that is why it is a bonus issue, and this is a bonus issue. And moreover, you can pay attention in this question, unlike the previous one, we haven't been given any what we call ratio, isn't it? So that is why this particular question will fall under the category of the second option, that is bonus to make the shares fully paid without making them to pay for the same, of course. So what will be my entry? First of all, before we move further, let me tell you, in this question, even though it is capital nature reserve, it is also capital nature reserve, and since nothing is mentioned, both have been fully realized in cash. This is revenue nature reserve, this is revenue nature reserve. But we cannot utilize security premium and capital redemption reserve because this is a bonus to make the partly paid up, fully paid up shares. To make the partly paid up share as fully paid, that means only revenue reserves can be utilized. Are you getting my point or not? So that is the point which I wanted to bring to your notice, that you have to be a little bit more cautious with respect to what we call second type of bonus issue. So in this case, how we are going to solve? First of all, calculation of bonus amount. In this case, how to calculate the bonus amount? Step number 1, calculation of bonus amount. Calculation of bonus amount. So how to calculate the bonus amount? Very simple. Total number of shares we have got. Number of shares 5,000. Is there any bonus ratio in this case? If there would have been any bonus, then this would have bonus ratio, then this question would have belonged to the first category. In this question, there is no bonus issue. So simply multiply it with the uncalled amount. Uncalled call amount. Simply multiply it with that. Uncalled called up amount is 20 because you have already called up 80. So uncalled amount happens to be 20. So this is the benefit you are getting. In fact, each shareholder is getting a benefit of 20. So we can say bonus amount is 1 lakh. This is your bonus amount. Got my point? Very simple. Now we need to pass the entry, journal entry. What will be my entry? Journal entry will be utilization of reserves, correct? Well, first you pass the entry like this: share call account debit to equity share capital account. To equity share capital account. 5,000 shares into uncalled amount 20. This is the call amount, 1 lakh. This is the entry you used to pass, and you used to write being call money due, isn't it or not? So often you have already done this. So this is exactly what we are recapitulating here. So call money due. Call money due. Now, remember your class 11th or 12th, whatever it might be, you used to write the entry next one, bank account to share call account. But now you are not going to write the bank account. Correct? You are going to utilize revenue reserve. There are two revenue reserve, profit and loss account and general reserve. There are two revenue nature reserve, P&L and general reserve, because this type of bonus issue can be done only out of what we call revenue reserve. So that's the reason actually you will have to actually focus only towards the revenue reserves, and out of these two, which one you are going to utilize, which is having the higher balance. General reserve is having the higher balance, so that is the reason it is better to utilize general reserve. So your entry next will be general reserve account debit. You need only 1 lakh. There is a balance of 3 lakh in general reserve. You need only 1 lakh to share call account. You could have written direct entry also, but my advice is that in case of second type of bonus issue, first make the call money due, because that is the general practice adopted by the entities. Share call account, general reserve account debit to share call account. Although direct entry can be passed, and your direct entry would have been general reserve account debit to equity share capital. So utilization of general reserve reserves for bonus. So you have utilized general reserve for the purpose of bonus issue to make the party paid up share as fully paid. Now just I wanted to know from you whether you are in a position to prepare the notes on A, share capital. Could you tell me what is the balance in equity share capital now? As per your original balance sheet, in the outer column you have written 4 lakh. As per your original balance sheet, see here, this is your original balance sheet. In the original balance sheet you have written 4 lakh, and now you have passed these two entries, and equity share capital is getting credited by rupees 1 lakh. So you are going to simply add 1 lakh. So it means now your equity share capital has become fully paid 5 lakh. So after the bonus issue, your equity share capital is now worth rupees 5 lakh. Is it clear to you? Now, if I am going to ask of you note on reserve and surplus, you should be in a position to deliver me the answer. Now, reserve and surplus, as per the original balance sheet, we have security premium worth rupees 4 lakh, and we did not utilize security premium at all. The reason being is that this is bonus to make the party paid up share fully paid, and we cannot use what we call capital nature reserve for this. Similarly, there is a balance of 3 lakh, and we did not utilize it because it is a capital redemption reserve. Profit and loss account, there is a balance of 1 lakh. We could have utilized this, but we didn't, because there is another revenue nature reserve, general reserve. Now general reserve is 3 lakh, and we have utilized out of that 1 lakh. So we can say now there is a balance of 2 lakh in general reserve. So all in all, you can see here 782. So now total 10 lakhs. Is it clear to you or not? So total balance in reserve and surplus is this much. Is it clear to you? Fine. Want to prepare the balance sheet also? I will do it for you. So now we can prepare the balance sheet if you want me to. Here the balance sheet. Now liability side is known as equity and liability side. If you want to write, always write 1, shareholder funds. Under shareholder fund there are 2 items at your level: share capital. Now equity share capital as per your note which you prepare is 5 lakh. Now there is a balance of 5 lakh in the share capital, isn't it? There is a balance of 5 lakh in the share capital. Then you write reserve and surplus. As per note, now there is a balance of how much? We prepared the note and balance was 10 lakh. Non-current liability. In this question there is no non-current liability and neither there is any current liability, so total will be 15 lakhs. Correct? Assets. 1. Non-current asset. As far as non-current assets are concerned, there is no change. Just wait. Then write to current asset 5 lakhs. So total is 15 lakhs. So this is your concept number 2. I hope after having gone through these 2 sessions, now everything must have become absolutely clearer to you. So in the next session, we will come up with something new with respect to this particular chapter. Simple one, no doubt about that, but still we have to take into account what we call some procedural aspects. Correct? So then we'll continue with in this particular topic in the next session. So here we end this one.